I believe that it's hard, very, very hard to win a premiership these days, and the mental and physical toll that it takes on your body is enormous, and your mind. So look at Geelong and Sydney 2 years ago when they played off in the grand final. Yeah. Both of them didn't play finals the year after. Everyone thought they were gone. They were cooked. They fucked. Geelong got a bottom out. Sydney had their chance, and now look at them. Sydney's on top, and Geelong are fighting for top four. So I reckon if they don't play finals this year, which Collingwood, looks like it's not, they've got a very, very tough run. They're going to need to really flick the switch on Saturday night. I reckon it'd be good for them to have a mental and physical long break. Yeah. Like get a long break, go away, go overseas, go home, spend time with the film, whatever it is, just replenish their mind and soul and body, and come back, and they'll be fine. I think they'll be right up there again next year. And they've had a lot of injuries this year because the last 2 seasons they've played a lot of tough football, come from behind so far. Like the prelim, they got people sitting in the prelim a couple of years ago by a point. Like they exhausted themselves, and the way they played all last year, their game style, how close their finals were. And then they get the shortest break of anyone, having to play that round 0. So played a lot of footy. Haven't had much break in the last couple of years. Yeah. So I think they just look a little bit mentally and physically cooked. Now, they may flick the switch and change and win the next 4 and play finals. But, I'm a gambling man, Josh, and I don't think they're going to play finals. But I've been proven wrong once or twice before. Yeah. Just once or twice.
Why is it so hard? Like, obviously you listed there about the amount of footy they play. Why is it so hard to go back to back? Like, does that just show you how good Hawthorn and those Brisbane teams were?
And I think footy's changed a bit since then too. Like, it's probably more the mental toll that they, all these kids are just different animals to what they were back then, and like the game is so much more stressful than what it was 25 years ago. These things and like Twitter and everyone's on them,
constantly connected.
Looking and looking who's playing well, and the news is everywhere. And they train so much harder. Like your bodies are so finely tuned. Like where back then, you were allowed to be in Fat Club, and they're a bit less of professional athletes. Like like the Olympics, they're trained for like their bodies are finely tuned for Olympic style competition. So I think that's why it's harder, and they don't get much of a break, and the amount of hours they put in and how hard they have to train. I think like they can just mentally and physically just have a huge toll. And and I guess the game is so also it's dissected by an inch of its life. Like whoever wins the flag, like the next 6 months are spent looking at them and how you can beat them. So like someone figures out a game plan and everyone copies it. And so, and
just harder,
and the way off the draft, and like young kids coming in, and with the draft and how much spotlight's put on them, kids come in and make an impact straight away, and then you've got the draft, you've got the trade table, which makes it easy for people to swap clubs. So there's a whole lot of factors that go into it. It's just it's very, very hard to win back to back these days. Someone will do it again, but
for sure.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.